Hey everyone, John Henry here from support at SchoolOfTrade.com, and today we're going to be taking a look at a potential golden wave pattern entry. So we've got our anchor chart here on the Russell looking like it's just, it continually makes new highs, always pushing these new highs. We haven't really taken many breaks, and you can see every time we make a new high, we usually come up and test it, and we make another new high. So then that basically makes this not valid anymore, so now we have to look at this next high, which we're coming up right now to test, and we've got a pretty bullish candle right here pushing these highs. Now with this move higher, we're looking at, if we were to draw a trend line from these lows right here, we break in below that, and usually that first break below there will usually come up and give us a retest. Now since that retest, we've come down and tagged these lows right here, which has given us kind of a fake out breakout. You can see there was just a really tiny little tick underneath there, and then it pushed straight back to the highs again with this gigantic reversal bar. So this is still showing us that the bulls are still in charge, still haven't given up yet. So what we're going to do on the 5 Renko chart, we've got a potential setup here giving us a really nice entry opportunity. So looking for our first entry down here at 1087.3, the next entry at 1086.5, next entry at 1085.6, next one at 1085.1, and then because we're coming off of the lows from down here, there isn't anything lower. I'm also going to be looking at adding in both of the last chance zones as well. So 1084.4, 1083.6 will be the final entry. Looking for quite a few entries. Oh, the 1085.1, I'm sorry, that's not an actual order. I'm looking at a swing level down here. So now this is going to be the overall entry. I'm using the primary swing low down here to give us a little bit more of an opportunity to hop in with both of the last chances. Now you can also look for the entry right here using this anchor as a potential more aggressive. It would be more aggressive, but an entry up in this area here to take this to the long side. So in this case, we're looking for our entry down here, 87.3, and we'll see what this market can give us. Again, kind of bumping this to the side, we do have quite a bit of buy pressure coming in on this 60-minute chart, giving us a lot of buy pressure with a failure to push lower. If we were going to push lower, this test of these moving averages down here coming up, this would have been our chance right here. That would have been the time where the sellers would have want to come in and really push it to this BMT down here. But since we've failed from there and have gone higher, that's just giving us more and more fuel to pop this back into the long side. So again, looking for the entry first of all at 1087.3 and scaling in all the way down with our 5 entries. And as we start scaling in, we'll start populating our overall targets. The first target's going to be up here at 1092. Now this is a bit above the wedge. You can see the wedge high up here. Now let's confirm that on the other one right here. So we're looking at right around 1091.7 is going to be the wedge high on this candle. So we want to be a little bit ahead of that. Yeah, our overall target's up here, but now we're expecting it to go through the wedge high, and that's not exactly what we want to look for. So looking at a little bit below it, around here at 1091.5 is going to be the target. So we haven't gotten our fill yet, but we're getting close. So what I'll do is I'll come back after we've gotten some fills and then possibly moved a little bit higher. So we will be back in a little bit. Okay guys, we're back. We've had this move lower here, and we've had our fill down, and now we've since broken this swing high here, which is going to tell me to cancel the rest of my buy orders down here, and we're just going to move our stop, in this case, to break even. So right here at 1087.3 is going to be our stop, getting a really nice lift right into our target up here at 1091.5, and that's going to give us, on one contract, an overall total of 42 ticks if we fill that, which is a beautiful trade. Now, this is one of our all-time favorite trades. This is a golden wave pattern. And you can see after we've had that cross, this retest comes straight on top of. You can't get any better than that. Straight on top of those BMTs on this 5 Renko chart. So really gorgeous setup here. Now, since we have broken these highs and we're starting to pull off a little bit, I want to make sure to lock at least something in. So I'm going to be trailing my stop a couple ticks below the bottom of this trigger zone just to make sure that we lock it in, just in case it comes back from here. So we'll come back when either the stop is taken out or we get our target filled. Okay, we're back here. We just had our final target filled up here. Came really, really close. Came one tick away. I modified the stop just a little bit. You'll notice that one of the BMTs, this white line right here, was coming in right through there. And if I pull up my trailing stop again really fast, just so you can see what I'm talking about, you'll see that where my stop was initially was right on top of that. So what I did was bumped it down just a little bit further down to the second one, just under the second one, just to give us a little bit of leeway. That way we know that we've got the trailing stop underneath a logical area where we might see a bounce. So that's going to be the golden wave pattern for today. If you had any questions about it, feel free to send an email to School of Trade. They'll be sure to get back to you as soon as we can. Have a good one. Bye.